No Dota.
Dota
no
crap.
gaming. That sucks.
Okay, so in we go to Captain's Mode. Gonna watch a couple bands, see who they take out. Perhaps these bands will reflect the last match. So if they do, Devo, tell me if you notice something pop up and say, oh yeah, they're totally taking out this guy because what happened in the last match. I'd love a little update if it happens.
Okay, well, I think the first ban that's going to be made by the Shades is probably going to be Coddle. That's my take. Or Phantom Lancer, absolutely. Like, because Sticky Flames, when they were playing that pair, like, they were so strong. And of course, very interestingly, the first ban by Sticky Flames is none other than Phantom Lancer, who they were actually playing in the first match. So this is going to be interesting to see how this pans out. And there you go. Booyah! Call that shit.
Both of them.
First bans of this match are Coddle and Phantom Lancer. And this the second ban here by Sticky Flames is Neek's Assassin, which is actually the second ban that they had in their first game against the Shades. So far, I'm not really surprised to be seeing what I'm seeing right now.
I really, really just don't like Neek's Assassin.
No. Neek's Assassin is just such a strong burst hero. It does so much damage in so little time, and he's just so effective, like, early mid-game.
Yeah. That's what I've heard. That's what I've seen as I watch. And then a Darkseer gets taken out. Was there a Darkseer in the last match?
Darkseer was actually banned in the first match by, I think, Team Shades. So, yeah, this is very reminiscent to what I was seeing in the first match. So now this is a very interesting pick by Sticky Flames because Juggernaut was actually banned, I believe, in the first match, if I'm calling that correctly. If not, I apologize to our viewers. But picking Juggernaut is very interesting because, one, it's a carry being picked first, and Juggernaut is just such a strong hero.
Yeah, he can really screw people over when he wants to. And then we've got a Venom Answer coming in for the Shade. So Venom, I've seen a lot of versatility with him. That he can be a solid kind of carry character if he needs to be, but also an excellent support. So let's
absolutely. It's interesting because Sticky Flames was actually playing Venomancer last game, and it seems that the Shades are picking Venomancer, I guess, possibly to counter. So we're definitely seeing a significant shakeup for the teams with the bans and the picks that are being made. But just talking about Venomancer for a moment. He was played really well by Sticky Flames in the first match. I was talking about the synergy that he had with Gyrocopter, and he was hitting that Venomous Gale, and of course that huge nuke that is his ult, the Poison Nova, that just melts the health of all players that surround it. It's deadly AoE.
Yeah, melting health, melting faces. That's his. That's the new motto that I am giving to Venom. So I think that's a good motto. We should just accept that. Yeah.
Melting faces.
Yeah. Melting faces. Melting health, melting faces. But see, he's not supposed to be like a carry, but I've seen him definitely played that way. So, in your experience, Devo, do you know, and I know we'll get to Queen Pen in a second, but have you ever seen him played as a solid carry? Do you know if he has that potential, or did I just see a really kick-ass Venom?
Well, I don't know if I was drunk one night, but when I saw this match, but I saw this one match with Venomancer, and he had an orb of Venom, which was a really interesting item. And this person that had the orb of Venom, it was interesting because orb of Venom, for those who don't know, it's basically it will slow you down. Like his attacks will slow you down, kind of like Eye of Scotty, and it's one of the items that you need for the Eye of Scotty. So this person who had this orb of Venom on Venomancer, like, was killing it. He was like godlike within like 12 minutes of the match. Like, he was just getting kill after kill after kill. So in that instance, yes, I have seen a Venomancer play basically a carry role, which, again, I don't know if I had too much sauce one night, but like, yeah, this is what I was seeing. So,
but does he plateau then at a certain part of the game? And that's kind of the drawback of someone who's a support, a carry.
When you have a player that's like 12-0, like beyond godlike, like within like the first 15 minutes of a match, it's done. Like it's one of those snowballing effects that, like, you know, when you have one hero going on a killing spree like that, of course you have to consider that, you know, the other carries, they're being left alone, they're getting the farm, they're getting that extra experience, they're getting the pushback money from the towers falling down, and yeah, it was just GG. was done. So going back to the picks in our match here, we do have 4 more that we can talk about now. As I mentioned before, Gyrocopter was played by Sticky Flames in the first match, and there's a lot of swapping being happening here because Lion was played by the Shades, so it's just very interesting to see. Now, the one pick that I'm very, very interested to talk about actually is Sniper, and Trevaa, if you may, you can tell us tell our viewers some of the early experiences that you've had with Sniper, because if I remember correctly, when you first got into this game, he was one of the first heroes you played.
He was. I started off with Drow, which seems to be popular back in the day, and this was it's almost a year. I'm almost hitting my DOTA anniversary. So I started with Drow, and then she was my favorite, all-time favorite, and then I went to Sniper, and he became my all-time favorite. I think I've had about 8 all-time favorites, so it just goes to show the integrity of that commentary. But Sniper, I really enjoyed how he could just polish people off. And he didn't need to get in the fray, right? He doesn't need to be in the nitty-gritty. He can stand back and just mow people down. And recently, I've been having a really hard time against snipers because they're jerks and they just stay so far away from the fight. And if I'm doing a support role, which I tend to be, then it's difficult to make sure the sniper gets his own. He's just able to stand so far away and do crazy, inappropriate, gratuitous amounts of damage. What I do like is a Lion.
Yes, absolutely. This is one of the heroes you've been playing as of late quite a bit. An excellent support hero with some incredible amounts of damage that he can do. Earth Spike being an excellent disabling stun. We have the Hex, which is an amazing disable with a level 4 Hex putting a player out for 4 seconds. That's just detrimental.
A long time.
A huge amount of time, man. Like most team fights are over in 4 seconds. And of course, you know, he's not a mana. His skills and abilities are very much mana dependent, but with mana drain, like that's personally, I think it's like one of the most overpowered spells in the game. And of course, Finger of Death. Trevaa, you take it away from here.
Well, I don't want to dwell too much on Finger of Death. We'll see it in action, I'm sure. I just want to flip over quickly to our bans because we noticed that a Dazzle and a Dime and a Kunkka got taken out by the Shades, and then the Sticky Flames, they also took out the Life Stealer, which wasn't the last match, wasn't it?
Well, the bans are pretty much the same as it was in the first match, excluding, I believe, Dazzle, Kunkka, and... Well, Magnus, he was also banned. So yeah, the only 2 bans that I see that I don't recall seeing in the first match is Dazzle and Kunkka bans by the Shades. However, Sven, he was in the match, was being played by the Shades and has been banned this match as well. Magnus, he was one of the bans for the Shades as well. So going down to the last 2 picks for Sticky Flames, we do have Windrunner and Disruptor. We are ready to begin with the Shades picking Ogre Magi Axe as their 4th and 5th picks, respectively, and we are ready to go underway. I guess now we can take a look at who's playing what. Absolutely. I'm interested to see who do you predict is going in a mid direction, perhaps. I'm looking at the Dire right now. For Dire, with Dire, I would say it's gonna be Sniper, but maybe a Queen of Pain too. Who do you think? I'm gonna give it to. I'm gonna probably say Sniper's gonna be going mid. Actually, no. Gosh, you know, it's really tough to say. Like, it depends, like, on the skill level, of course, because like Queen of Pain, I think is probably a stronger mid than Sniper, just because of her versatility. Whereas Sniper, unless if you have Shadow Blade, he's really tough to keep alive. Because you know, even though he does have that exceptional range with his ult, the Assassinate. He's still a liability, and you know, he's not somebody you want to go in there into a fight that, you know, could possibly get killed. Whereas Queen of Pain, she can jump in there, blink in there, do a crap ton of damage, and most likely be able to get away. Yeah, I mean, look, we've already seen a little bit of action with the Queen of Pain messing up the Disruptor, so that's pretty interesting if we go bot. There's not going to be anything coming out of that. It's just going to be a little bit of harass, but it does take Disruptor down by half and uses one of his tangos. Still there in the area, and Axe is accompanying. But I think they're all going to back off. We're seeing a tri-lane bot. And maybe a little bit more aggression. The reinforcement by the Lion. Some warding. And
This is interesting.
Shaquille O'Neal, played by Axe right now, is trying to make his way in. Their Juggernaut we do have coming in, being played by Super Dave, casting that deadly Blade Fury against Axe. Quite possibly can get first blood here. Axe, crazy enough, is making a push back towards Super Dave, but this could end in a first blood possibly. Disruptor casting that kinetic field. Axe is still making his way against Juggernaut, with Disruptor pounding away on Axe while he's trying to make a safe retreat. But it does not look good right now for Shaquille O'Neal. He has had a healing salve, has been negated by a hit by Disruptor. We have Queen of Pain moving her way back, and oh my gosh, this is just a game of like inches right now. Like everybody's really low on health. Gyrocopter making his way in there, hitting the Queen of Pain. She blinks out of there. Axe is moving away back up. It does not look good for him right now. Quite possibly going to be getting a first blood here is Sticky Flames, and yes, that is the case. Axe has been taken down. Shaquille O'Neal is out. And with a 1-0 with 1-0 first blood, Sticky Flames is in the lead.
Oh, that was an interesting start. I wasn't sure if that was going to just hit her out and nothing was going to happen, or if it was going to be as intense as it was, and it did amount to something interesting. So shutting down Shade with an early start there. But that's in no way a prediction of the game, right?
Absolutely not. And just to bring our viewers back up to the top lane, we have a very interesting situation happening with Windrunner being allowed to solo lane against a Veno and Ogre Magi. Going back down to the bottom lane, we do have Juggernaut being played by Super Dave and TK playing the Disruptor, fending off the Axe and Queen of Pain. It's 2 versus 2 in mid lane. Thinking Queen of Pain would be there. It is actually Gyrocopter going against Sniper. So, and we have a BJ pause.
BJ pause. Sometimes.
BJ pause. Yes.
Just need a pause like that. Oh no.
Oh dear. This is not good.
A misspelled diarrhea. Damn.
Yes.
That is a bad
diarrhea indeed. It's quite possibly a snack time, BJ time. There's all sorts of times, like, you know, there's all sorts of stuff that's happening right now. Shadiness is being called out, ironically, by somebody from Team Shade. But yeah, you know, with this, I think we can take a good, relaxed, proper moment just to go over our players. Trevor, if you may, you can start with the Radiant. Who is playing what?
Okay, so about time, eh? We have My Name Was Stolen. That's great. Playing the Gyro, and he's going to mid. Windrunner, who's soloing at top, is played by Glitch. Good luck to him. And then bot, we've got this tri-lane bot where Lion is played by Sharp Kills, Super Dave is taking over the Juggy, and TK has the Disruptor.
Now, just bringing us back to the action before we continue calling out on the names, we do have Windrunner still up top with that deadly power shot hitting Venomancer. Going back down to the bottom lane, we have Axe and Queen of Pain making their way against Juggernaut and Disruptor. Juggernaut is taking some damage by that deadly Shadow Strike by Queen of Pain. A kinetic field has been cast against, both hitting Queen of Pain and Axe, but not enough damage is done by Disruptor to really take anybody out for a kill. So, going back to the names for Sticky Flames, we have Trek G playing Ogre Magi, Steph Wap playing Sniper, Shaquille O'Neal is playing Axe, Floss playing Venomancer, and Wins Mavel playing the deadly Queen of Pain.
Absolutely. So this is an interesting start to the game. I'm excited to see what starts to happen. The Windrunner is progressing nicely. She's
going down to the bottom lane. We do have Juggernaut melting away. Queen of Pain has taken her down. Wow, we have... Oh, wow, what a glimpse by Disruptor, quite possibly saving Juggernaut, who is limping away. Tango is being eaten by Juggernaut. Lion now hitting Axe. Quite possibly is going to be taken down by that Thunder Strike. It will not be the case, though. He is making his way back up to the tower. Healing Salve being cast by Axe. Moving back towards the creep area is Axe and Queen of Pain looking to stop that farming Lion. Wow.
Hitting a couple of kills, a couple hits there from the tower. That was unfortunate. And then top. What just happened, top? What just happened, top?
I think, actually, no. We do see a level 3 Windrunner holding her own against Ogre Magi and Venomancer. A lot of the action...
Windrunner didn't make it. She died.
Indeed, she did. Wow, Ogre Magi taking out the Windrunner. Going back down to the bottom lane is Axe hitting Lion with that deadly Battle Fury. Queen of Pain making her way towards Lion. Lion's going towards that tower. We have Queen of Pain blinking out of there with Thunderstrike being cast on her by Disruptors. Not enough. Only level 1 taking 50 damage every second. Battle Fury once again casted on Lion. I don't think he's going to be able to get out of this, and he is not. He's been taken out by Axe, playing that Battle Fury very well.
Good try.
Such an exceptional spell.
Disruptor tried to get that deny in there, but it was not to be.
No, it's really hard to deny your own heroes, eh? Like, there's many matches, like, you know, where you're into it. It's very difficult to do, and it's one thing I have to commend Shade right now in this match. Just before I say that, we do have Axe taking significant damage, glimpsed by Disruptor. Really well played. They could possibly get a kill here. Lion closing in on that kill.
2 seconds, 1
Does
second.
look like that Axe might be able to get away.
Oh, no!
Misses that stun. Axe will live. Wow. We do have Queen of Pain blinking out of there. 2 heroes really low in health and really lucky. Sharp kills. Oh, you want that one back, I'm sure.
Pretty sure all he had to do was just click the hero there. But
yeah,
it's a good try. Call it Jeffrey. I like that. I like it.
So
Juggy's
I
coming
just
back.
Yep.
Well,
I just wanted to say one thing. With when you have an Axe down bottom against heroes that are really slow hitting, that battle hunger is so deadly, because as you know, you play Lion all the time. It's really tough to get those last hits, and that's how you negate that battle hunger. And
if we just go quickly to mid, we notice the sniper is about to. Oh, there goes Sniper, taken out by that heat-seeking super missile. That is just a satisfying homing shot there by Gyro. So he was able to whittle down the sniper who was caught out of position. I believe he was trying to check for wards. Or sorry, wards.
And talking about being caught out of position, we do have Windrunner taking significant damage by Ogre Magi and Venomancer, and Windrunner once again has been taken down. That's got to be very disappointing for Sticky Flames. Windrunner, she's just such a versatile hero, and being taken down twice already right now within the first 6 minutes of this match is very surprising.
Yeah, that limits her potential. So I'm just keeping track now. Oh, hold on, we've got a little bit of action down bot. I want to make sure that we give that its due justice. The Disruptor looks as though he's getting a little bit caught there, getting a lot of damage, plus the Battle Fury, so he's taking quite a few hits. And as you mentioned before, Devo, very challenging for those slow-hitting heroes to get that extra last hit to end the battle hunger.
And Disruptor being another one of those heroes. Like, I know I love Disruptor, and it's a bitch to get those last hits for heroes like Lion and Disruptor. So we do have Disruptor casting in Kinetic Field to no avail, not being able to lock in Queen of Pain or Axe. It does look like Lion is in significant trouble. Juggernaut with the Blade Fury coming in there against Axe and Queen of Pain. I don't think it's going to be enough. Lion once again possibly going to be getting killed. Battle Fury being cast against Disruptor, and what is this? Axe has been killed with the assist by Lion, Juggernaut, and Disruptor. Queen of Pain going inside, being killed by the neutrals. That sucks. Too bad for her.
She prevented them from getting the kill, the Radiant from getting the kill, that's for sure. I'm not sure if that was her intention, but it was well.
Actually, just thinking about it now, it probably was.
Yeah.
I'd rather be killed by a neutral than, of course, you know, the enemy player. So good on her. Very well played by Queen of Pain. Excellent strategy.
Yeah, that disruption field that stopped the Axe, I thought that was fairly well done.
Going up to the top lane, Windrunner once again being killed by Magi, and you know, playing Ogre Magi, he's not the kind of hero that you want to give too much gold to. I mean, like, he is definitely a supporty hero, but once he has that Aghanim Scepter for his multicast and the skill shots, like, he can be a real deadly hero mid to late game.
Yeah, but he rests very much on chance, right? So he has to just happen to hit the multicast, and if it's a ×4, or what can it get up to? With Aghanims, it can go to a ×8 or something? I
think it's 4.
×4, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. So anyway, it does kind of depend on chance. And look at the Windrunner, or sorry, the Queen of Pain, rather. She is just hiding out inside the forest there, hoping not to be seen. Juggy gets denied by the Gyro, and she's just hidden. They know she's in there.
I'm not sure if they do know, but it's not like she can really go anywhere. She has no mana. She doesn't even have mana to cast her scrolls, so she's going to be sitting out there for quite a bit, while Sticky Flames is doing significant damage to that bottom Tier 1 tower. Axe is coming back up. being played by Shaquille O'Neal, with Ogre Magi, interestingly enough, coming down to help this lane with Queen of Pain and Axe. Now, I just want to refer to our viewers from the first match. When Shade made this transition from taking one of their top players from the top lane to the bottom lane, it really worked against them. So I'm interested to seeing if this is actually going to play out as it did originally in the first game. So we do have Queen of Pain has healed up, pretty much back up to full health, and we have Tri-Lane forming up against a Tri-Lane.
Yep, Tri-Lane v Tri-Lane. So with what it looks like so far, I'm wondering if they're going to have the advantage. The damage from the Juggy and the tremendous amount of stunning power, or yeah, let's call it stunning power, I'm in the mood for that, might give the advantage. But here we're already seeing the stun, and boom, Queen of Pain goes down instantly after that stun from line, which is very powerful. Can do multiple stun. He's going to sap a little bit of the mana away from Axe, so that Axe isn't going to be able to do those battle hungers, but it was enough to take down Lion.
Oh, and an awesome glimpse being cast by Disruptor. Possibly, definitely, I don't think Axe is going to get away with that homing missile coming in on him. There's no healing. He can't cast his Tranquil Boots. They are on cooldown. Axe is going to be killed by a neutral. Well played. Just as we saw a moment ago by Queen of Pain. They are playing this really, really well, taking away that gold and experience spot to Sticky Flames. That's excellent, excellent Dota. Wow, you never even see that in pubs, man.
You know
That's
the death is coming. You know it's going to happen.
Yeah.
So playing it like that really allows you to mitigate those kills. And Sniper, who's just continuing to farm, not a care in the world. He died.
How's he doing for last hits?
Oh, good question, Devo. I love last hits. So he's sitting at a 24, which is just a couple less than the Queen of Pain. Or sorry, I'm mixing up their names. How is that even possible? Okay, Windrunner. Windrunner is leading in our last hits. She's at 27. Yeah. Queen of Pain sucks for last hits.
Oh, Queen of Pain just taking out Juggernaut right now with that deadly strike that she does, that nasty Shadow Strike. Oh, so much damage. Level 3 Shadow Strike for her right now. And we do have the Shade making a push for that bottom tower, keeping the pressure on Sticky Flames as it's been. And they're really playing this bottom lane a lot better than we saw in the first match. We do have Queen of Pain dropping that deadly ult. Call down is being made by Gyrocopter, hitting Axe, but Axe is such a machine. He's just taking that damage by the tower and Gyrocopter. Seems like nothing's going to stop him. We have Disruptor making his way back, healing using that magic stick, and Axe now trying to get away with that train of creeps following up back up to the mid lane. Sniper, unawares of what's happening, now does catch a feed of what's going on, making his way down. He is level 9. He does have that deadly assassinate, and it looks to be the end of this chase. There is a homing missile coming towards Ogre Magi, and they kill it. Nice. That was really
all right, they did take that down. So I'm just tracking now to see what our net worth is, and we noticed that Gyro is leading. He has a couple hundred over the Veno and a couple hundred more over the Sniper, but it's kind of scattered. It's an interesting scatter. If there's a lull in the fighting, I'm just checking out the gold, and the gold is only about 2,500 in advance for the Dire, or sorry, that's the XP, and the goal difference is a pittance. It's barely 1,000. So this is a close match. This is a very close match, as reflected by the number of kills. So
now, something that we haven't seen by Team Shade from the first game, taking out the first tower, they're actually transitioning now to the mid tower. So this is really good to see. They are sticking together as a group right now. Well, at least 4 of them are, and they're making their way down to that bottom lane. There is some... We are, I think, going to be in for a nice team fight. They are caught off guard, though, by Lion. I think the jig is up. We do have Disruptor, Windrunner, and Juggernaut teleporting out of there. That's a questionable teleport now with Sticky Flames closing in on Team Shade. Disruptor with Battle Hunger on him. A stun has been laid on Windrunner. She does cast that Wind Run, but it's not going to be enough. A call down is being made by Gyrocopter. It does look like they are going to get away. Homing missile on Axe. He runs off, not being hit by that missile, and woof, man, that was almost a nice team fight that almost unfolded there.
Yeah, that call down is really an effective way, just like the the kinetic field is a really great way to separate the pursuer from the chase. So it shuts down and prevents the team from taking any damage or from getting killed. Very effective. Very effective. I haven't seen it used that often as that technique, but obviously it's very effective. It needs to be used more. In my level of play. Perhaps, Devo, you see it at your expert level play. Oh, look at poor Queen of Pain. She just picked up the double damage and is getting... She got the stun plus that multiple hit from the... oh, she's gone. But that multiple hit from the flat cannon, which is just incredibly destructive, especially on a gyrocopter that is as leveled as the one we see here.
And now we have Ogre Magi coming up behind Gyrocopter with Venomancer. We have Assassinate being shot by Sniper. It's not enough to kill Gyrocopter, but Venomancer is there to finish off the kill, catching Gyrocopter off guard and going for a kill. And now Team Shade is in a position to possibly do some damage to that mid tower with 3 of their players poised to make a push, but it does not seem to be the case. Ogre Magi making his way down to the bottom to assist Axe and Queen of Pain. Go against Juggernaut and Lion. For some particular reason, again, just like we saw in the first match, I'm not exactly sure what they're doing without a tower to kill on the bottom lane.
That is interesting. Yeah. You notice all 5 are in that area. And we had the Windrunner who was taking a couple free shots against the tower top. Mid is defended by the Radiant, so they're not going to get a really strong push on there unless the entire Dire decides to go against. Bottom, we see that Lion and Juggy are going for a confrontation against Queen of Pain, and she just blinks out of there. She doesn't care at all. They're going to farm up that area a bit. Juggy's going to heal, and we see that Gyro perhaps is overextending a little bit. No, not really. He knows
a little bit, possibly.
Yeah, he's safe.
See Ogre Magi just chilling there in the woods waiting for an opportunity, but on the bottom lane here, we do have Juggernaut and Lion possibly being caught unaware by Axe and Queen of Pain, sticking together like 2 peas in a pod, and they're backing off right now. Going back to the mid lane, we have Sniper Ogre Magi casting that deadly Ignite. He has been stunned, Assassinated, cast against Gyrocopter. He's doing a call down. It's not going to be enough. Possibly might be able to do some damage to Ogre Magi, but that's not the case. Gyrocopter has died once again with Ogre Magi, Venomancer making their way back up to their respective tower.
Yeah, so we see Shade is slightly starting to pull ahead, but it's still not especially extreme. And the gold and the XP grabs do not reflect anything too drastic right now.
Indeed, seems to be the case. I mean, they're pretty much tied for towers being taken down with 1 each, and it does look like Sticky Flames possibly can get this tower. But hold on a second, we have Queen of Pain teleporting in there. Wow. Disruption being cast by Disruptor. Axe is possibly going to be taken down. Finger of Death casted by Lion. He has been taken out. And the tower has been taken down by Sticky Flames. Just so much damage. And Team Shade just has no other choice to back off to that tier 2 tower in mid. Going down to the bottom rune area, Queen of Pain possibly can get caught off guard here. She does have Blink, does cast it. Kinetic Field being missed by Disruptor. Queen of Pain's going to make a safe escape.
She is, but she's low on mana, but luckily, I think, for the Dire, we're not going to see any more aggression by the Radiant. They're going to back off a bit. So the Dire in a good position, perhaps, to do some push here, but they don't know what we see. I mean, they don't know that the Dire, that the Radiant is in their jungle. So they're gonna probably play at some safe, put on a little aggression now that all 5 are now mid. And the Radiant is prepared to defend this, I think. They haven't extended too far away from that.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with you 110% there, Trevor, because last game we did see this kind of play being played with Sticky Flames, and wow, it is not turning out to be in Sticky Flames' favor. Juggernaut going in there with a Blade Mail. Queen of Pain is having a homing missile being cast on her. Juggernaut chasing down that Ogre Magi. Ogre Magi does cast his 2-level multicast against Juggernaut. It's not enough, though. Axe has just been pawned, but has just pawned Gyrocopter. Venomancer being taken down. Ooh, Axe just taking out that Juggernaut. Wow. And this is absolutely a true turnaround, because we saw this in the first match where there was a significant trap being set by Sticky Flames, and it completely backfired on him in this case in his mid lane. Oh. So well played by Shade.
I don't know if you noticed, but the Sniper was wailing on the Disruptor, knocking his health to pieces, but then let off because Disruptor was taking poison damage from Venom, and it kind of just let him go to his own demise. We noticed that Disruptor did not die, and that's because I was watching him very closely. 2 health! He was at 2 health before the Venom ran out, and he was able to saunter back to healing at the fountain. So that was a lucky escape there. I think that sniper assumed there was a death, and lo and behold, there was not one. So, unfortunate, but lucky Disruptor.
Very lucky for Disruptor indeed. With our kill count now being 10 kills for Sticky Flames and 14 by the Shade, this is definitely a different match than we saw in round 1 of this best of 3 series. So moving down towards, it does seem that there's some activity, Notion being directed towards Roshan. They may be thinking that Sticky Flames is hanging around there, but it doesn't seem to be the case that they are making a move. Lion now using that invisibility rune, just hanging out there in the mid lane. Disruptor casting his ult against Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain is definitely going to be taken down by Disruptor. Disruptor and Gyrocopter trying to make their way back. Lion coming out of there with the Finger of Death on Venomancer. It's not going to be enough. However, Disruptor with that deadly glimpse taking out Venomancer. Ogre Magi taking significant damage. He's going to be taken down by that double killing Windrunner's power shot. Just well played by Sticky Flames. This is a great match. We're seeing seesaw action for both sides of the teams that we're witnessing here in this best of 3 match. Reaching into the 20-minute mark, we do have significant pressure being put on that tier 2 tower. A fortified glyph has been cast by Team Shade. They're TPing back in to defend. A huge ult has been blasted against Lion. Sniper with that assassinated is definitely going to get his first kill of the match. Actually, it's going to be going towards Lion. In this case, Queen of Pain is tracking down Windrunner. Stasis Field's being cast. It's not going to be enough. That glimpse just so good for offensive and defensive abilities, seeing Queen of Pain being taken out. And now we have a teleport nicely played by Windrunner, who is definitely under some trouble, and they are going to make a hasty retreat while Team Shade is making a push to the mid lane. Now we do see Juggernaut moving in with his phase boots being cast, trying to join up with his teammates, and all the action seems to be centered around this tier 1 tower being focused by Team Shade.
They're trying to do it pretty hard, but I think the Radiant's really depending on some of their abilities. We know there's Juggy going in there to slash up with his Blade Fury, but this engagement looks kind of hesitant. We've got a Battle Fury, or Battle Hunger, see I keep saying that. Battle Hunger there on a creep, that's not going to help very much. An excellent cast by...
what a shackle by Windrunner. Power shot is not going to be enough, though. Axe is possibly going to get away. He has been hexed. Glimpse once again is just ruining everybody's day. Axe has been taken out. Ogre Magi also being taken out. Queen of Pain is also taken out. Double kill for Juggernaut. Sniper's trying to make his escape. Oh, the kinetic field is going to catch Sniper with that homing missile. It's not going to be enough to make a kill. Sticky Flames being very cautious and smart, taking down 2 players, systematically taking down Shade's team 1 by 1. Very well played by Sticky Flames. Juggernaut trying also to make his escape. He does have that Blade Fury to make a retreat. Axe has definitely overextended himself with a trade-off. Juggernaut and Axe being both killed in a fight.
That's fine to get the carry. So I'm seeing what I was going to say before, but there just wasn't a time with all that action, is that there's a tremendous reliance on abilities and casting the correct stun. So relying on Lion to make sure that he disables those important, so they're not necessarily stuns. Disables would be the term I'm looking for. So getting those disables in at the right time on the right people to make sure that there's not a tremendous amount of DPS. So taking out Axe when he comes in with an Earth Spike that isn't going to, or that, and perhaps hitting one of the other team members as well. So Venom or Ogres in the area, getting that double, the double stun off by Lion seems to make or break these team fights, and that augmented by say a kinetic field can really, I mean, it turns the tide one way or another. That's the pattern I'm noticing.
Definitely, and
I just love that.
just want to direct the viewers to just some of the key items that we're seeing played out for both teams. Actually, Sniper has farmed enough for that Shadow Blade, so he's going to be very tricky to kill. Windrunner, also a notable item for her. She does have that mechanism and does have the arcane boots, so she is definitely full on support, is going to be a significant threat for Sticky Flames. But again, with that Sniper, with that Shadow Blade, man, good luck trying to kill him. They're going to have to transition to possibly Dust and Sentry Wards. That means extra gold, and yeah, you play Sniper, Trevor. You know what this is all about.
I played him ages ago, and was satisfied back then, but that was against noobs, so that was my first couple weeks of playing. So yeah, Sniper was a good guy back then. Playing at high level, he can get certainly screwed over really quickly if another team's got Dust or a gem. And I'm assuming perhaps maybe a Juggy might get a gem in this case, because of his durability and because he's always melee in the fray deck. But we notice everybody's switching top. The Radiant, I believe, is aware of this. They might have Juggy. No, everyone's going to spin top. They're going to try and command this engagement.
Oh, man, we do have a lot of activity noted by Trevor right now. We do have, oh my god, a smoke has been dropped, Gyrocopter with Windrunner, Juggernaut going, and they're going to be trying to make a flank against Team Shade. Here we go. They've been exposed. Kinetic Field being dropped. Queen of Pain taking significant damage by that Windrunner. A call down has been made. Ult being cast by Queen of Pain. Nobody's died just yet. Windrunner has just pawned Venomancer. Everybody's being split apart. Windrunner possibly going for a double kill. No! Queen of Pain has turned that around. Windrunner has been taken out. Both Windrunner and Sniper making a fallback with Juggernaut in pursuit, but that is as far as this goes. Very good team engagement.
That was really interesting. One of the most effective ways I find to deal with the Sniper is to get in behind him. Because if you've got the Dust or if you've got something to expose him and he is hanging back like he does with his range, then you'll destroy him. And that's exactly what they did there. They came in from the river, they came up from their tower, the Radiant, came up from the tower on the river. They're trying to pursue the Sniper right now, but he's still got...
Omni Slash against Sniper. Sniper does cast that Shadow Blade. And lucky for him, that cooldown was ready to go because Omni Slash, as you can see, just hacks away at that... at one's health. So it's very, I have to hand it to Shade. They have definitely changed their approach against Sticky Flames. It is a very, very close match. We're just approaching the 26-minute mark, but they are definitely going tower by tower. They're not forcing one particular lane, as we did see in our first match. For some reason or whatever, they had a complete focus on the bottom lane, and it really turned out to go against them in the end, just catching too much momentum with Sticky Flames taking that first match. And now we do see Team Shade changing up their strategy. They are going for tower by tower, and it does look like they're assembling right now to go and make another push, another attempt for that top tower.
Yeah, it's pretty close. They are going to want to take that down. So you see some wards going up, so they have vision, so they have awareness. I would be interested to see if they've got any sentry awards to try and prevent another incident like before with that smoke gank. We've got already the Windrunners going in to defend this. It sends a power shot off, but it misses, so she doesn't get any early damage. Battle Hunger is able to take them down. She goes for the deny, but Sniper takes the tower. So this engagement, I don't know if it's going to happen or not. They might back off.
Oh, and we do have Queen of Pain taking some damage. It does miss the Shackle. Blade Fury being cast by Juggernaut, going in there. Disruption being cast by... Static Storm being cast by Disruptor. Ult being laid out by Queen of Pain, not doing too much damage. Venomancer is taking significant damage by Windrunner, being taken out. And oh my god, Team Shade, 3 of them going down. Now 4. Gyro... Oh no, Ogre Magi just being taken down. Team Shade, they do get that tower, but it's going to be too much. A team wipe and a team success for Sticky Flames. Good on them. Team Shade, they get that 1 tower, but at the cost of 5 heroes. Wow.
Yeah. That kind of sucks. They did take out the Omni and the Juggy though, so that... Or sorry, Omni. Oh, so bad. Juggy and Gyro. Good. They're both gone. And it's interesting because the Juggy and the Gyro are leading in there in what they farmed, and they're the highest ranked players right now in terms of worth. So they are targets. They are targets.
Gyro.
Thank you very much, Songers, for that reminder.
So we do have Team Shade probably super pissed off by that team wipe, thinking to themselves, geez, guys, we just did a team wipe and we only got a tower. So they are reassembling, making another push for the top lane. It does appear, I don't think they're going to be making any more pushes for towers until they get a couple of team fights to go in their favor, because I should note that the kill count is now 26 to 22, and if we can get a quick check-in on our net worth and experience in gold, I am thinking that Sticky Flames is starting to build some momentum.
Yeah, we do see that the carries for Sticky Flames are leading considerably, I would say. Sniper for the Dire is 6,600, approximately 6,650, but the Gyro and the Juggy are 78 and 8,500 gold respectively. So that's commanding. And then flip over to the XP. The XP is about 7,000 or so, 7,500 on the Radiant side, and gold is about 5,000. So that lead is starting to emerge, and I think that's starting to become significant. But it's not beyond the potential for turning this around.
Yeah, and the Team Shade right now, like, they do have an advantage. Queen of Pain has a bottled double damage rune, so if they can get an engagement where they can get just the jump on Sticky Flames, I think they can get a good team fight here, get something going in their favor. Now we do have a lot of action possibly building up in the mid lane. A Storm is a Bruin, Battle Hunger being cast on Disruptor, stunned by Ogre Magi. He's caught fingered, and Queen of Pain coming in there with the ult, not doing too much damage. The Static Storm being dropped, Venomancer being taken down once again. Two of the players for Team Shade have been taken out. Some crazy reason, Juggernaut's still sticking around going against that Axe, and of course you do see Glimpse being cast by Disruptor, and that is the end of Axe. Triple kill coming into play, and we have Juggernaut is on a killing spree, and the last thing you want to go against is a farmed Juggernaut. And an interesting choice of items, if I can just direct our viewers to take a quick look at, is that Juggernaut has a Shadow Blade, which is very interesting to see. Usually see Juggernauts, players who play Juggernaut go for the typical Battle Fury, but not in this case, or Aghanim Scepter rather. We have a Juggernaut that's actually with a Shadow Blade, so that's interesting. Very, very interesting.
You see, he wants to sneak up on people, this Super Dave, and he is mowing down the bottom tower quite effectively. Middle tower already gone on the Radiant side, or Dire side, so I think for the Radiant. So I think that pressure that they have is starting to take effect. Queen of Pain trying to do a little bit of damage against Juggernaut, but not effective. So she needs to blink on out of there and avoid that confrontation.
Definitely. That was a really good split push by Sticky Flames, taking out tier 2 towers for the mid and bottom lanes respectively. And I do get that sense of disarray and a little bit of shock by how this match is starting to turn out. The kill count ratio is starting to spread more and more for the Sticky Flames' favor, with a 30 to 23 kill count in favor of Sticky Flames just at the 31-minute mark. We do have Team Shade trying to reassemble into the mid lane. If they are going to turn this match around, now is the time. They have to do something here, otherwise I have a sense that Sticky Flames could just get this match snowballing, and this could be an 0-2, or a 2-0 rather, for Sticky Flames.
Yeah, that could be. So we see that they're spinning top. The defend top tower has been called, but it's not against an opposition that I think they're expecting. Juggy is taking out the Dire Ancients, but the Dire is continuing to reinforce that top tower with no...
Oh, Kinetic Field being dropped by Disruptor, with a Glimpse cast on Queen of Pain, trying to go after that double damage. Gyrocopter coming in, taking it. That was actually a very nice play by Sticky Flames. You have to appreciate those little rune steals. And there, we just saw one.
I love the glimpse that was cast on that Queen of Pain. So she came in and she was just sent oh so far away after she picked up that rune. That was pretty funny. I like that. That was good.
Well, that's pretty good. You gotta love Glimpse, man. It's just one of those spells. Oh, we have a smoke being done by Sticky Flames coming in, totally catching Sniper unawares, taking him out. We have a Gyro dominating with this match. Going after it's poor Sniper. He just had no idea. No idea. A whole 5-man group just just taking him out, man.
Oh, poor guy. Poor guy. Feel for that Sniper. And I feel
You got it, man.
of him that are scattered around the jungle now. Oh god.
And you can just, I just get the sense of dread now. Nobody wants to go in that jungle. I believe, if I'm reading the wards correctly, they have been warded. So Sticky Flames is definitely got a little bit of map control, and they're sticking together quite well as a group. And it seems now, I think Shade has decided to go into turtle mode, waiting for that carry to come back up, but they're not venturing too far out of their base. Case in point, just seeing what happened with Sniper there, I wouldn't want to venture out too far myself.
Yeah, I think that's valid. I'm not seeing, as I would have expected to see, yeah, any dust or anything to try and expose that Sniper on the side of the Radiant. So it looks as though they just don't perceive him to be that much of a threat. And they know he'll pop out and they'll just whittle him down in his own time. But we see an Invis Juggy who's very threatening, trying to attack this Axe.
Juggy going in there.
And Queen of Pain just does not last. The Sniper gonna try to take out Queen of Pain, not enough to get Blade. Omni Slash is gonna take down so much of the team. Axe goes down, Power Shot takes down, and a Glimpse finishes off the Sniper. He doesn't last for the umpteenth time. Poor guy. That health is really, or that low health is really costing him.
Yeah, definitely. It's one of the problems with Sniper is the fact that he does have low health, and we were talking about this in the beginning of the match, that he's one of those heroes that has to stay out of the fight, and he's been caught now with his pants down a couple of times, and now we do see Sticky Flames coming in there with Windrunner taking out that tier 2 top tower, and it does seem that Sticky Flames is making a push to possibly, they may have just enough time to take out that top Rax. We're going to see a Glyph of Fortification has been cast by Team Shade, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Ogre Magi trying to defend, but can't do much against all these stuns. Homing Missile coming in there. Queen of Pain trying to save Ogre Magi, his teammate, but no luck. Venomous Gale being cast, but it does seem that they are going to get that tower down thanks to Windrunner's mechanism, just keeping everybody's health bars up. Blade Fury being cast by Juggernaut. Homing Missile going in on now, an Axe with a call down. We have Queen of Pain stunned and Thunderstriked. We have, oh my gosh, all sorts of action happening. Wow. Glimpse being cast by Disruptor. They're trying their best to defend it. It does seem like they're going to hold off Sticky Flames just for the moment. The Sticky Flames has been successful in taking down that tower, and it seems that's as far as it's going to go. We do have a central reward that has been dropped. Power Shot given by Windrunner against Axe, with Axe returning with a Battle Hunger of something of his own. Creeps coming back in there, looking to take down those barracks. Sticky Flames, you got to hand it to them right now. They're keeping the pressure up on Team Shade. Wow, we have an ult done by Disruptor. A double kill, killing spree for Disruptor. We have Axe trying to make his way back. Glimpse being cast by Disruptor. Axe is taken down. 3 of Shade is down once again. And they're going to be down for at least 30 seconds, so it does appear that Sticky Flames is going to get this top lane, both racks. And we do have a GG being called by Queen of Pain for Team Shade. And this is it. That is all, folks. This is quite the game.
In that last fight, there were a series of really strong disables. We noticed the Earth Spike was able to take a little harass in the fountain now. But we did see those disables like the Earth Spike taking out 2 heroes that allowed the ult by Disruptor, that Static Storm, to go in there and just decimate them because they were stunned for so long. So that sort of combo effect that they just kept rolling because of the disables that were on the side of the Radiant, I think really put them in the right direction. So like that kept them alive in those teams. When it was used effectively. Because there were some instances earlier on where an Earth Spike might go in the wrong direction, perhaps, or who knows what, and that then we would see, obviously, it tip in the dire side. But I feel like those examples were, or when the abilities could not or were not used by the Radiant effectively.
Yeah, definitely. It was really well played. Static Storm is just such a deadly ult. It's silencing everybody, and if you mix it with a kinetic field, it's definitely a very powerful combo. And we do have most of Team Shade disconnecting out of this match. And then, yeah, we do have two good games, and I have to take my hat off casting both these matches, the first one with Songers and, of course, the second one with you, Trevor, that, Team Shade for the second match, they really turned it around significantly. I really take my hat off to them. Our first game, I think it only lasted about 20 to 24 minutes, and the kill count with this is definitely a lot closer. It's just the Sticky Flames, they really had an excellent synergy tonight. Team Shade, they did make some key adjustments, but in the end, Sticky Flames really came out to play tonight, and they played well.
Yeah, and I would like to say that was because of just a couple good solid combinations with those disables that they had open to them. And some AoE, they had some serious AoE in there. Shade had some strong AoE as well, but not enough, I think, on the disable side that would really shut down the other team and allow them to take out those immense amounts of damage. So, anyway, that is our match for the matches for the evening, ladies and gentlemen, viewers. There goes the Ancient, poor guy. Thank you very much for joining us on this Tuesday evening to watch the 13th Sticky Flames Dota tournament, which are always satisfying to enjoy.
For sure.
Please make sure that you look up Sticky Flames on Facebook and follow their Twitter so that you can find out more about exciting Sticky Flames events when they decide to pop up.
Exactly.
You want to make sure that you're there, viewers. You want to be in attendance.
Yeah, you can find them at their Twitter. It's www.twitter.com/stickyflames. Same thing for Facebook, and also they have their own website, www.stickyflames.com. Yeah, it's been a pleasure casting. That was a really exciting match to watch. And so viewers, definitely tune in next week, and hopefully more guys, more teams sign up, so we have more matches to cast, more things to talk about. I'm ESC Songers. You can follow me at ESC Songers at Twitter. And once again, you guys want to do a little shout out for yourselves? You guys need to set up your Twitters. That's what you guys need to do.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, just a shout out to everybody that's watching these matches. It's been an absolute pleasure casting this. Looking forward to next week. And just as Songers was just saying a moment ago, you got to get your teams out there, guys. You got to get in there. We'd love to call the games as we see them. And yeah, more Dota.
There's no harm in just coming out and having a good time. I make a fool of myself every day, or not every day, I wish, but every time I play Dota. So there's no reason why people shouldn't do it in front of hundreds of viewers. I mean, why not? Why not?
Oh, and also one more thing to say: if you guys liked our casting, definitely tune in on Saturday at twitch.tv/eSportsCanadaTV. We'll be casting another Dota tournament. It's going to be at the Armada Gaming Dota 5v5 Open, hosted by a PvP guild from Quebec. So definitely tune in to see that.
That will be some intense, good quality Dota. So we hope to see a lot of viewers come out and show support for those sorts of events, because we're always trying to promote esports in Canada, right?
Yep, that's what we're about. That's what we're about.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm signing up. I'm ICS.Trevaa, and I will catch all you lovely, lovely people next Tuesday.
All right. Good